What's up, world? Have you noticed that most of the music branding ideas and tips are kind of vague, and things like find yourself or know your audience, and things that, unless you're a Jedi Knight or a Zen master or something like that, things that are a lifelong journey. And there's not a lot of music branding strategies that you can implement quickly so that you can get back to what you're most passionate about, which is making music. So here at How to Rap, in this video, we're gonna give you actual things that you can do today so that you can get your branding handled and then move back to what you love, making music. Let's go. All right, before we get into the tips, let me just let you know that we're gonna be handling a lot of links, a lot of apps that you can use, a lot of really practical stuff that you'll wanna break into. So I'm gonna suggest that after this video, you go straight to the article in the video description on our new blog, Rap Game Now, because that's gonna give you all the links, all the sites, all the apps that you're gonna need so you can fix this stuff really quickly and move on. Now, let's handle a quick definition of what music branding is for the purposes of getting you to get it finished and then moving on back to the music. Easiest way to describe it is just the way that your marketing makes people feel. The way that your choice of logo, image, color, font makes people feel. Quick analogy, if I'm marketing a horror movie, and horror movie posters, we see this all the time, you'll see that they have dark colors, dark images, shading on the main character, creepy fonts. If you look at any movie poster, you pretty much know something scary is going on, as opposed to a romantic comedy movie poster where there's bright images, maybe a tree or something like that, people smiling, really wide, easy to read, lettering, fonts, all that. So the way that your marketing feels based on color scheme, fonts, picture choice, etc. Now that we've got that definition out of the way, because it doesn't need to be that complicated, the main point is just to look professional so you can make music and people want to spend money on your music. Let's just get into step by step what you need to have a brand so you can determine how to make people feel, and then you can go back to the music. It's really simple. First thing you want in your brand is a logo or some kind of image of your name. Now, you don't necessarily need a logo as far as like a picture or an icon or something like that. There are many rappers whose logo is just a form of writing, and we'll handle that in a second. But let's assume that you want some logo the way that Bad Boy or somebody has that, all right? Easiest way, cheapest way to get a logo is go to freelancer sites like Fiverr.com, Freelancer.com, or Upwork.com and just get somebody to make it for you. These things are extremely cheap and easy to use. Let's break them down. First one you can use is Fiverr.com. Now that's one of the most active freelancer sites. The advantages with Fiverr is that it's $5 usually, that's the base level. Of course, that's why it's called Fiverr. There are a lot of freelancers that are very quick and professional, so you can expect to have your logo even in a day. Some of them even have same day delivery. You go to Fiverr, you look up the type of logo that you're looking for. So even the How to Rap logo that we use is from Fiverr. I wanted a soccer type logo because I like Man City. I looked up soccer type logo and then I found the one I like the most. Advantages to Fiverr.com is that they usually include revisions in your order, so that if you don't like something and you want them to change a font, they'll do it really quickly and it's part of your price. And of course, the people are very active, so you can expect people to not flake out on you. You can get it done again for like $5 and move on. You've got your logo, it's in the style you like because you looked it up, and there you go. Other option is Freelancer.com. The advantage with this site, it's like Fiverr, but the advantage is they have a contest option. So you can post up, I'm a rapper who wants to have this kind of logo, and I want it to look like this, and I'm going to throw a contest for X amount of dollars, let's say $10, and whoever makes the best logo will get those $10. Now, you can also add a time limit to it so that you can have like 4 to 5 days so people can line up and you can get a lot more entries. Only thing with Freelancer is I'm gonna suggest that you set your price a little bit higher. So if you want a $10 logo, actually set it to 20 so that the best freelancers compete to do the best work. So it's a little bit more expensive of an option, but you get a lot more choices for you. People are gonna be competing, and it's still affordable, right? You can still do a $5 logo, just set it at 10, and then all the people who wanna give you a $5 logo will compete. Last option is Upwork.com. That's more for long-term options. I would suggest that if you're building a team, or if you really like a freelancer or want somebody to do all of your branding over time, and if you have a little bit more disposable income. Now, if you don't want to do the icon or image type of logo, you can always just make a font-based logo. Now, nothing to sneeze at. Many of the greatest rappers of all time just have a font-based logo. You can think about Jay-Z, Eminem, Nas. All of their early logos and some of their current logos are just font-based logos. Advantage here is you can do this absolutely for free. All you need to do is find a font. Now, fonts are totally in the eye of the beholder. All I'm going to tell you is make sure that it's a sans serif font as opposed to a serif font. I'm no graphic designer. I'm not going to break down the differences. Of course, that's why I mentioned checking out the article for these kind of breakdowns, but the easiest way to describe it is serif is the curved edges, the Times New Roman, the stuff you read in books. It looks good on a page. Sans serif, on the other hand, is no curves, very modern, very clean. It's the stuff you read on screens. And the reason I say get sans serif is because you're going to want something that people like to read on screens. It's easy on the eye. Most of your fans, we in social media land these days, most of your fans are going to be online. So choose a font that's going to be really good for the screen. So after you've decided on your font, be sure to download it. 99% of fonts are totally for free on sites like 1001fonts.com. You can literally just look up the name of the font, free download. I've actually never found a font I wanted, I couldn't find for free just by Googling it. It's really simple. Then once you get your font, go to a site like canva.com, canva.com. Download your font. They have branding options, and we'll get into this more, so definitely have a Canva account. They have branding options where you can just download your font. Then you can make artwork based on it totally for free. This is a totally free site. The easiest way to get a cool font-based logo on Canva specifically is get a white background of the art on Canva and then just put writing of your name, and then when you download it, when you export it, just export it as transparent background so that now it's just a transparent image of the font, and you can put it on whatever you want. Quick tip, be sure to do a black version of the transparent background with your font and a white version, just so different color schemes can be applied to that transparent font. And now you have totally for free your font-based logo. As far as cover art goes, the easiest way to do it is just go to Instagram and go to hashtag cover art and just scroll through. Obviously, hashtag searches don't really work. It's kind of saturated, but for this particular part of the Instagramiverse, it just seems like cover art people just know how to do it. And so it makes it really easy. You can just look at the colors that catch your eye. You've already got a font-based logo or an image that you've already handled, so you can just throw it on there. Reach out to them. Often they'll just give you their price in their Instagram account, so you can just easily hit them up or not hit them up because you already know their price. Or if you don't want to pay anything, you can also use canva.com. They have a lot of cool templates totally for free. And if you're doing what we said about loading up your font in advance, and what we'll talk about in a second, your color in advance, it'll be really simple and you can do your art for free. Next step in your branding is your colors, deciding on your colors. Easiest way to do this is just decide on 2 colors that you really enjoy, or your favorite sports team's colors or whatever. So you might join the black and blue crew over here at How to Rap Drew. Oh, that rhymed. Or you might do your favorite sports team. The How to Rap logo is based on Man City, of course. Just look up, if it's black and blue, just look up black and blue color scheme. Or if it's Man City, or if it's green and white, just look up green and white color scheme. Now, all the options that are going to come up, what I want you to do is go to the ones that have something called a hex code. Sites like colorpalettes.net. We'll list a few more in the article, so go check that. But any site that has a series of color palettes, right, based on your colors, and most of them will give you a lot of options, and they have this thing called a hex code. This is basically a technological, nerdy term for a specific way to identify a certain type of color. So there's like fire truck red, there's Manchester United red, there's light red, right? And they found ways to basically delineate or organize colors to be specific that you can put into computers, right? I know it sounds really confusing and nerdy, but I'm just explaining the basics of it so you never have to worry about this kind of stuff ever again. And you don't have to watch any more 20 to 30 minute breakdowns of your branding where you're not actually getting anything done. So get the hex code codes from your site. You'll know what they are because it's a hashtag, a bunch of numbers, right? And then save them in a Notes app. And then you can also put them again on Canva.com in your branding color options. And now, from now on, you know the exact type of blue that you're gonna have in your brand, the exact type of red that you're gonna have in your brand, whatever it is. Last additional advantage with this is with those sites like colorpalettes.net, they will give you the opposing or complementary colors so that you don't have to decide what kind of blue goes with that type of black. Like, it'll tell you. All you need to make sure you do is save the hex codes so they work automatically. Wow, almost done here. You've got colors, you've got logos, you've got your font. And it was easy. It wasn't a long finding yourself journey vision quest, right? Last thing you need is the way you write, the way you speak. This is actually something I don't hear a lot in music branding tips, but basically the way that you write your captions, your tweets is unique to you, your word choice, your slang, all that kind of stuff. Easiest way to solve this is use apps and websites that will record you when you speak automatically so that all of the writing you're doing for your tweets and for your IG captions, your marketing, is exactly in your word choice and slang. My personal favorite for automatic transcription, basically automatically writing when you talk, is an app called Otter. I'll give you a link again in the article. It's an app called Otter. You just literally talk into it and then it'll type out the words. And so now for your tweets, for your IG captions, you have exactly your tone of speech, your exact slang. It also makes some of the things you may not like writing articles or tweeting, really easy. So I really enjoy that app. Or if you have any content that you've already recorded or any interviews you've already done, use a transcription service like Temi.com. That's 1 cent per minute for it to automatically transcribe everything you say in your interview or your past recordings, things like that. So now all of your marketing material, all of your bio is written in your tone of voice. It sounds like you. It's you. So there you go. There you have it. Music branding. Wow, really complex, right? Now, of course, is this the only thing that makes all of your music brand, and is this the perfect training? No, but the point of this video is just to get you all of the very basics to have an inline brand to present yourself consistently to move back to the music. Yes, once you get to Drake, Kendrick, Kanye, Jay-Z level, you will be able to afford to have million dollar ad campaigns and real experts. I'm not a graphic expert. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that a lot of time you're spending watching these long tutorials about finding yourself is the opportunity cost, the loss of time when you should be making music. Because honestly, if your music is even a 7 out of 10, I don't care how good your branding is. Most people will not invest enough money to make you pop, or most people will not become super duper fans, right? So move this stuff to the side, get all this done, go to the article, handle it all. It shouldn't take more than an afternoon or a night or whatever. That's the end of the video. Be sure to go to the article because I know I threw a lot at you. The article is very, very organized. And of course, that blog has all of the written breakdowns of every video we do. So that's something that you want to make sure that you're reading on the daily. We have daily articles there in the backlog of the last 5 years of videos in our article form. All right, so go to the article, right? And just make sure you follow all of those. And I'll see you in the comments. What did you think of this? What do you need to work on? I read every comment. I respond to every comment, unless you hating. And thanks for watching. It's the Big Homie Drew. I'm out.